Happy Halloween and welcome to a brand new episode of the AJ Show. If you can recall, last year I reviewed the game from the NES classic Castlevania. And this year for our Halloween special, we're going to talk about Castlevania once more. We're talking about the sequel classic known as Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and join us into another terrifying freak fest of Castlevania. I can't even see what's going on here. All right, we're taking the hood off. Roll the intro. Yes, we are talking about Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. If you recall our last previous story in the tale of Castlevania, the last game featured a vampire hunter, killer, whatever you want to call him, Simon Belmont, with his vampire killer whip. And he goes out to take out the evil of Dracula and finishes him off. So we thought. I mean, if you recall in the previous game, basically, it's your regular side-scrolling action game. You have a whip, you have sub-weapons. Some of the sub-weapons consist of holy water, boomerangs, daggers and such. And then some of the other items is you whip candles to get hearts or those various sub-weapons. Hearts are known as ammunition in this game for your sub-weapons. And then you have pot roast behind the wall to replenish your health. And there's also, you can find little upgrades to your sub-weapons to make it a little bit more powerful, all right? So just like that. You also go take out some various monsters, such as skeletons, bats, Medusa heads, and so much more. There's death in there. You got Frankenstein monster in there. You got mummies, your classic horror genre. And then you face Dracula, Vlad Tepes himself. And you basically kick his head off with the whip. And he turns into this monster afterwards. And you defeat him. But I never beat Dracula. All right, I never personally defeated Dracula at all in this game. But here it is in Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. Simon is back. He's whipping the vampire killer whip once more. But he's been cursed. He's been cursed by Dracula after the first encounter. It's like basically, hey, you want to come out and take me out? Yeah, I just put a curse on you. Now you're going to die, Simon Belmont. Mwahaha! Back in the NES days, of course, there was no standard formula for games. I mean, if you look at Super Mario Brothers, Super Mario 2 was a very big departure from your typical Mario games. And Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, was also another departure from the first game. And, they kind of went back to the formulas that worked. Simon's Quest is similar in that aspect where it kind of took a bit of a departure, just a little bit. It's more of an open world, kind of an open world. You visit 5 different mansions and you possess. Yes, I said possess. This game has spelling errors. I don't know if it's a translation thing from Japan to English, but you know what? Whatever. We're going to possess pieces of Dracula. Now, why are we possessing pieces of Dracula? Well, here's the story behind that. And I've written this down to make sure I get this right. So here it is. What makes this game different? It's pretty much a role-playing style game. Not exactly linear, all right? Not exactly linear. It can be, all right? You can do different things at different places, all right? But you can explore the countryside, visit towns, explore these 5 different mansions to get pieces of Dracula. And there's only 2 bosses in this game, really, other than Dracula himself. You got Carmilla, and then you got Death. And they put up no fight whatsoever. They're like in the latter 2 mansions, like Mansion 4 and 5. They put up no fight whatever. Carmilla maybe just sprays whatever out and then spins around like a disc. That's cool, I guess, but you ain't doing much for me. And simply, you can just really walk right past them, honestly, and just avoid the fight altogether. But they do also have some special items if you want those items. Death, just throw his sickles at you and rinse and repeat, same thing. You just could walk right past them. I mean, what kind of idiots do we have here as enemies, as for bosses? It's the weirdest thing. And then you take an oak stake. You buy it from this merchant in these mansions, and it costs 50 hearts. Yes, that's right. I said it. Hearts are still technically ammunition in this game. But you know what else they are? They're currency. They use hearts for money in this game as well. What kind of messed up economic system is this? You get hearts by whipping various monsters that you find out and about in the fields. Or then don't get me started on the day and night system, which has been notorious for the angry video game nerd. All right? The day and night system, yeah, you know, at nighttime the hearts are double. The enemies are more powerful at night. But in the daytime, they're a little bit more weaker and they don't double your heart inventory. So the best time to do it is grind. You gotta grind the enemies. You gotta grind for these heart pieces. You need a guide for this game. This game is a guide game. In order to know what to do, where to go next, you pretty much got to look it up on the internet. Unless you just want to go out for yourself to explore the world of Castlevania that way, perfectly fine. Go for it. You get various upgrades for your whip as well. All right, you got your normal whip, you can get a chain whip, you get like a flame whip, vampire killer whip, all right? The Morning Star, that's the name of the final whip you get, is the Morning Star. You need that to beat Dracula, to be honest. Let's just be real. Or you can just throw holy water at him. And the other thing is holy water is unlimited in this game. That's so great because you're going to need it to discover some floor, like invisible floor blocks that, you know what, you're going to fall through these things. Or just find your passageways to know what's going on. You're going to need that holy water, so that's why they have an unlimited supply for you in this game. But I haven't talked about the story of this game. Here it is. Simon Belmont is cursed. He is cursed. After Simon killed Dracula last time, a curse was placed on him. Pretty much, Simon is going to die. He's going to die. And in order to save himself, he has to gather all of Dracula's pieces, 5 different mansions, and bring it back to Castlevania and to resurrect Dracula and kill him again. Let me get this straight. You killed Dracula the first time. You get cursed by Dracula. And now you have to go through all the trouble again to just resurrect Dracula and kill him again? Just to be free from the curse? Isn't that a little bit of overkill? Don't you think? Don't you think there's a little bit of overkill? You know, hey, let's go around and resurrect Dracula so I can be free from this curse. And then let's kill him again. Yeah! Double death for Dracula. Yeah! But there is a time limit when it comes to this game. The faster you beat this game, the better ending you're going to get. Let me explain these endings because these endings hurt my head a little bit. So here we go. I got them written down on this handy dandy paper just to make sure I get this right. So that way you people can know and understand the headache I'm having right here with this, just trying to comprehend the endings here. Here it is. The good ending. You're free from the curse of Dracula. Even though defeated, his hand raises and moves through the dirt, meaning he's not quite finished off yet. That's the best ending. Oh, it gets better. Here we go. The normal ending. You die from the wounds in your battle, and the curse continues, waiting for a new hero to finally vanquish the curse. Yeah. Oh, it gets better because I got the bad ending in this game because, you know what? It's difficult. I have to grind. The enemies, they just irritate me so much in this game. And the day and night system is unfair, too. So here it is. Both you and Dracula die, and everybody is free from the curse. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. The bad ending, if you really examine it, is better than the good ending and the normal ending. Because here's the bottom line. You, not only do you sacrifice yourself, but you also rid of Dracula's curse forever. You save the world. Simon Belmont, do us a favor and sacrifice yourself. Just go at each other, kill each other. Just do it. That's all you need to do. Save the world from this wretched curse that continues to rage on even into the 21st century. Because that's how long the Castlevania series goes into, the 21st century. Aria Sorrow takes place in, I don't know, 2021 or something like that. I don't remember. But the Curse of Dracula continues into the future. Even this is like in whatever century, but it goes into the 21st century. We can't get rid of Dracula at all. Simon Belmont, you could have done us all a favor and just ended it all right there with the bad ending. Seriously, this is why it hurts my head to think about this. But here's the gameplay. The gameplay is this. Simon is the same as before. There's a sprite difference with his character. You have unlimited holy water, as I mentioned before, because of the fake floors in these mansions. You're going to need that. You do get other sub-weapons that, honestly, I don't really use a whole ton at all. There's this one weird diamond one that you just... It's honestly, meh. It's not that great. It really does... It does something, but it's just it just ricochets everywhere. Sometimes it works. Other times it doesn't. You still have your classic monsters, but there's also this day and night system. Yeah, it's annoying. Daytime, again, as I stated, you go in and you can visit with the townspeople. You can go into the buildings. You can go to the merchants. You can go into the church to get healed from your wounds. There's this weird moment where you have to drop garlic in a graveyard for a person to appear to give you an item. Other times you select a jewel and you kneel down and see a passage open up underwater. Or perhaps wait for a tornado that's going to take you to the other side of a wall, to the next mansion. Okay, listen, if I see a tornado coming for me, I'm heading for the hills. I'm out, I'm gone, I ain't waiting for no tornado. That mansion can just, I don't care, I ain't going there. But again, as for the mansions, basically all you do is just take an oak stake to possess, and yes, possess, a piece of Dracula. Pieces of Dracula can give you also special benefits, like one's the shield. You show the ferryman Dracula's heart to take you to a different path. And these jumps here with the moving blocks over the water can just go kick rocks. But when you finally collect all 5 pieces, upgrade your whip fully, it's time to venture into Castlevania's remains. And you resurrect the Dark Lord Dracula himself, and you whip the crap out of him to defeat him. And of course, if you're me, you get the bad ending. The bad ending is better anyway because you're rid of the curse forever. And as Murder Hawk Lance Archer says on AEW, everybody dies. And honestly, it is the easiest Castlevania game I've played thus far. You'll need a guide for this game for sure to know where to go to get certain things, because there are some pretty cryptic stuff in here, and the grind is very real just to collect the hearts, just to get the currency you need to buy things. But overall, it's really an easy game. It's not bad at all. With that being said, thank you so much for watching, and stay safe out there this Halloween season, and take care.